Hello there again, and welcome back. You may be wondering where I am. Well, currently we're on the planet Massage 2, sent here on a mission by our corporate overlords to secure, contain, and... My bad, wrong script. I mean, to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. Joining us on this adventure is Ada, our AI manager whose sole purpose in life is to demean every achievement we make. In order to reach our goal of saving humanity at the cost of another planet, we'll have to go through several obstacles like building factories, annoying wildlife, and worst of all, constant, unending math. So, without further ado, let us begin. In order to progress in the name of our corporate overlords, we'll need to go through different tiers and milestones. In your hub, you'll have access to tiers 1 and 2 at the beginning of the game. Starting with tier 1, to complete the 3 milestones within inside of it, we'll need a plethora of basic materials that we can get by building basic factories, or handcrafting materials like a caveman. I would never be caught dead handcrafting anything ever. So we're going to build a starter factory for every single basic material currently accessible to us. This shouldn't take too long, and oh, what's that? Look over there! And we're done. Listen, this shit took longer than I thought it would, and trust me, you don't want to see any of it. All you need to worry about now is that we're finally done and over with, and we get started on our milestones. Are we fucking serious? I'm 9 iron rods. So it's been about an hour since I started completing milestones, and I just wanted to go around and give you a tour of what we've built so far, because if you notice, well, it's just a little bit more than we had before. Right here we have our metal plate factory. The way it works is iron ore comes out of this miner, goes over to this smelter, which comes over to this constructor, and then into this storage container for me to take. Right next to it, this slightly more complicated factory with the homunculi in the middle of it is our iron rod factory. It works similarly, with iron ore coming out of a miner, leading into a smelter, but it has one key difference in the form of a splitter that goes in 2 different directions. This is some mathy stuff to do with the efficiency of constructors, but all you really need to know is that this is necessary for 100% efficiency. Right here is a factory we had before that I haven't really changed. It's our concrete factory, and it produces concrete at a hefty 15 per minute. Concrete is a absolutely necessary resource, so we're going to end up needing a lot of this down the line. Over here are some factories you haven't seen yet. These are our copper factories. This factory here on the far side is our copper wire factory, and it works similar to our iron rod one. This is our cable factory, and it's the most complicated factory I've shown you so far. This is just because it turns copper wire into cables and then leads them into a storage container. The last factory I'm going to go on a tour for is Harry Potter's glasses over here. This is our screw factory, and believe it or not, it produces 120 screws per minute. Something you'll probably notice about our factory is there isn't a whole lot of movement going on throughout this place. And that's because we have no power. Making sure all your machines have power and satisfactory is a fundamental game mechanic. And if you'll take a look, we literally have no fuel in any of these biomass burners. Biomass burners are the only thing we have creating power right now, and without fuel, there is no power. But this is actually on purpose, because I've been creating another solution to our power problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the biomass burner manifold. The biomass burner manifold is pretty simple in its design. It's comprised of 8 biomass burners, producing 30 megawatts each for a combined total of 240 megawatts, which is double our current power output. Before we hook up any of our factories to our new power source, I think it's high time for some cleanup duty. You see, these factories work and all, but they're kind of ugly. So I plan to overhaul this entire area into an industrial beauty where we won't have rogue conveyor belts on weird angles anymore, and I'm sure it won't take any time at all.